We donated some awesome Pokémon goodies, also on behalf of Famous Collectibles, to a local school, supporting children and young people with social, emotional and mental health needs. Principal Ross tells us how he's integrating tabletop gaming into the curriculum.
Our school has 4 school values, which we use instead of rules at our school. So we're hoping that our children demonstrate those values. It will support them with transferable skills outside of school: safe, kind, respectful and determined. And then they are trying to earn virtual points for demonstrating those values, which they can then spend in our school shop on a Friday.
Fantastic. Yeah,
so
fantastic.
I'll show you the shop,
Excellent.
which is just through here. So it's the next door on the right.
Thank you.
So at the moment, we've done a Pokémon takeover. So as I say, every Friday, the children come up to the shop where I am the shopkeeper, and it's got a little bell. And then they come in and they can either choose to spend or save their points. So have a little look. This is some of the Pokemon things we've had at the moment. We've got some sealed things at the top, some Lego. The tins are all sort of mystery bundles that have been made by our staff. So we've created little mystery packs for the children. We've been really lucky to have some graded cards being donated, as well as accessories, and some new product as well as older products. We've created mini kind of binders for the children as well. So it's our sort of higher value cards. They get the option to sort of look through to see what they might like and choose cards,
really lovely,
which is really, really nice. And the children absolutely love coming in. And because of the pricing system, there is something for everybody every single week. Affordable for our children every single week. Hi Cody, you okay? You like coming to the shop?
We're open the door all the time.
Exactly. They love it. Hello, sir. Hello. I've still got it.
You saved it.
Save it. Here it is. So what you've got your eyes on? So maybe on Friday, if you've got enough points.
Hey, that's so nice.
Lots of things in here: Lego, art, sports, Harry Potter, all those types of things. Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at
Us.
that guy. Yeah, he does.
And the shop has been almost entirely sourced through donations.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So no cost to the school. So our staff have been donating things.
Yeah.
People's sort of parents and carers have been donating things. We've had really lucky to have donations.
Yeah, because we saw your
Tesco's.
reach out online. And it was brilliant.
Yeah. Pokemon's been a really good one because there's a Pokemon community, and the community have really sort of come together and so friendly. And I think with the needs of our children, many being neurodiverse with ADHD, I think that there is a community that can really understand that and wish that they had a school that embraced it like we are for them when they were children. So I think that's why it's really sort of taken on.
Famous Collectibles as well. So
Okay.
I've got a few bits from
wonderful.
Yes, from them as well. So this is what you could use. I mean, where you've done your tins as well. Now we've got dice, we've got counters, so actually for playing the game.
Yes.
So you can put those in plenty of energies,
Lovely.
so then they can build themselves like a proper deck.
Wonderful.
And actually play with those accessories as well.
Yeah.
We've grabbed the keychains.
Oh, lovely. They're amazing.
As well. They're so cute. They're so cute. And as well, I think one of the guys down the shop, he's donated some cards. We said we were coming over. He's donated some cards as well. He just opened them at the shop, didn't he, at the time? And then he was like, "Oh, take them along as well."
Wow,
So
that's amazing.
So nice as well. Yeah. So we've got some pops, obviously Pokemon ones as well, some sleeves. Some useful bits.
Really great. Thank you so much.
Binder, Lorcana there as well, and some more Pokemon bits and bobs
lovely.
for you guys. You just can't wait on a Friday.
Every Friday.
Yeah.
So they come up a class at the time with their teacher and their TA. They know how many points they've got. Many of them have already got things that in their mind, so they will come up and go, right, I'm saving my points because I want to get a hat. So therefore, I know it's going to take them maybe a month or so of saving to be able to get that. Whereas other children are more impulsive. It's like, I've got to spend my points. I want to use all those straight away.
Oh, I see. So they can save up. That's
absolutely.
Really, really
so
cool.
it's about those kind of life skills as well, making sure that children understand the value of money, or points in this case, and being able to either spend or save. Warhammer and Dungeons and Dragons is our next wish list. We've just kind of...
How is it? For the right people,
Oh, really? So my site manager... We won't engage him because we won't get it because he will go and talk about it forever. He is running a Dungeons and Dragons club, so we haven't got any staff with expertise other than our site manager. So he is in the school day running a Dungeons and Dragons club for some of our children.
That's lovely.
And they absolutely love it. So any resources that you have for that would be incredible.
Cool.
And then the next step for us is to create a Pokemon club so they can actually start to play the game. So I think where it's been relatively, we had some children where it was an existing hobby and interest, and for others this has been their first introduction into Pokemon. For me, as a 41-year-old now, 30th anniversary, I'm the same age as many of these children, and I remember when it first came out and how excited I was. And it's been really nice to, I suppose, be able to ignite that spark for some of the children, and it's their first experience. So some children, they're looking through bulk and they're like, oh, wish I got an EX or an SIR. And for others, because it's so new, they're really excited. Oh, look, I got this one, even though for other people it might be a lower value card.
A normal card, Our son was the same. He unpacked some and he was like, I love this one. And it was just like on the artwork and the image.
Exactly.
It's so nice.
My son's got an absolute obsession with a particular Pokemon, and he will collect everything he can with Litten, which I think is quite a niche.
Litten, it's a cute one.
That's how his Pokemon love began with that specific card.
Specific one.
To then understand how to play the game. The next step.
And it's like, that's more skills as well.
Absolutely.
Isn't it? It's like maths, it's also like planning ahead. It's, a lot of it.
And it's socialisation.
Very clever.
I think in terms of our society now, which heavily relies on ICT and phones and gaming, so to actually have the opportunity to have social interaction with people and playing games. And that's something that we really, really value here. So in our curriculum, we have social games as a lesson, because we want our children to experience winning and losing, playing, being able to sit around a table with a group of 2 or 3 others and play a game. And we want our children to leave with English and Maths GCSEs, of course we do, but we also want them to be well-rounded citizens and be able to share and experience winning and losing appropriately, and all those skills that are taken for granted but actually need teaching for some children as well. And so we've got a broad span from the age of 6 to 16. So our curriculum has to really adapt as they get older, whereas usually you've sort of got a primary curriculum and a secondary. We go all the way through. We've got a link with a school in Sierra Leone, which is really exciting. So we had a head teacher from Christ Standard School in Sierra Leone visit us for an entire week, and they were teaching the children how to cook plantain and Sierra Leone dances and speak the language, which was lovely as well. So our class sizes are smaller than a mainstream school. We only have 8 to 10 children in a class, and that's to support their social, emotional, and mental health needs. Specialist music room, so we offer music therapy, art therapy, cooking therapy, all as part of what we do. Tomorrow at our summer fair, the children will be playing their music that they've been learning in their lessons, which is but this way we've got some specialist classrooms for science, art, and cooking. How are we doing? We're okay. Those social games and interactions are really important. So you've got Connect 4, and we've got things like beading and threading, those sort of skills that aren't sort of those taught skills, they're softer skills. All of our children cook from year 2 upwards. We prioritise this in our curriculum. We try to do farm to fork. So we've got a forest school where we try to grow vegetables, fruit, herbs, and we use it in our cooking spaces. We engage in a program called Fair Share, which is food wastage. So we collect the food wastage from Tesco's and from Sainsbury's, and then we bring that into our curriculum. We try to link our cooking to the subject areas that our children are learning. So, for example, I can smell curry at the moment, and I know that that's because one of our classes are currently studying South India. So that's how we link the curriculum together. We're about Australia at the moment. They've gone to Knockhatch for the day to see the wallabies over there, and then I think they're doing a bit of, and then they're doing some Australian food tasting, like biltong and things like that as well. So there's links to the curriculum via their cooking, which is try to put children in groups of like-minded children with like-minded needs, and what that does is it allows their sort of social emotional development to be more appropriate for their needs, anxiety and all those types of things, and by grouping that group together they can have an appropriate curriculum for that group of students. As we go into primary, lots of sensory exploration. So what our focus always is for these children is around regulation. So as you come into primary, you'll see lots of regulation spaces and lots of regulation sort of opportunities. Things that I mentioned, you've got a group of Uno at the moment at the back. That's because turn taking, having opportunities to win and lose, celebrate other people's successes as well as your own are really important for us, and that's why it's in our curriculum. Everything we try to do is about regulating and making sure children can then access their learning. We did our sports day at Arc Alexandra, William Parker site, so a really good opportunity for our children to experience learning outside the classroom and professional athletics track. Reading's a huge push here at our school. We know that the literacy levels in the town are lower than national, so we really prioritise reading for our children. Those regulation spaces are exactly the same, so they echo what we've got in primary. Self-choosing, electing to use a sensory space, and that is fine. Lights are off, but there's LED lights on there. Member of staff, it's fine. Take your time, have what you need. And then they still have a wiggle room, so like we saw in primary. So even though they're getting a bit older, we still prioritise the same kind of spaces. And then this room is, if they get those big angry moments and feelings, which teenage boys and girls certainly do, we'll teach them. We've got punch pads and all those kind of things, jump boxes, circuits, things like that. We're allowing them to explore those sort of different emotions and feelings, but doing it safely. And my background is mainstream secondary, and then mainstream primary afterwards, and then come to a school like this, and felt like there were some really positive things that mainstream schools do for inclusion that a school like this could benefit from. We've been on a journey as a school over the last sort of 3 years that I've been here. And what we're seeing is all the fruits of the labour. So things like our attendance has improved by almost 10%. Suspensions have reduced by almost 50%. Outcomes are improving in terms of GCSEs and all those types of things.
So you see the positivity coming through from the children straight away, can't you? It's really lovely to see.
And hopefully you've seen little things like the shop door being open. The children, the excitement. It's not Friday. And that shows how valuable it is. And those values that I mentioned at the beginning, they're spoken about at the end of every single lesson.